New on Sunrise, an IMPD officer is involved in a crash overnight. How he's doing this morning and what investigators believe may have caused the accident.
More than a dozen athletes, including some from right here in central Indiana, are getting ready for the NFL Combine. But today, a heartwarming moment for children suffering from cancer. I'm Matt McCutcheon with that part of the story coming up live here on Sunrise.
Thin out again from northwest to southeast. The clouds were around this morning, but we are going to see a beautiful day, and tomorrow the mild temperatures stick around. I'll have the details.
From Indiana's news leader, Eyewitness News Sunrise starts now.
Good morning and welcome to our 9 o'clock hour of Sunrise on your Saturday morning. I'm Naomi Peskovitz, Kelly Green joining me, and for once we are bringing you some lovely forecast news, some warmer temperatures. Very welcomed here.
Right. I mean, it's still the dead of winter, but we'll take some spring-like temperatures, and that's what we are going to enjoy, and it's going to land right during the weekend. So we will take it. The clouds moved in this morning as this area of low pressure to our northeast continues to push off to the east coast. We'll start to see that clearing a little bit later on. Already can see a little break in the action here in northern Indiana, and if we continue to look at this, it was thicker this morning and definitely allowed temperatures to kind of stabilize this morning, only falling into the upper 20s. But we have a lot of sunshine that will be moving in as we head into the afternoon. But notice even from our Kokomo cam, already seeing a lot of blue sky. So a beautiful look there, as well as from Greenfield. A lot of blue sky here too, and still some snow on the ground, but we're going to see a lot of that snow melting today and tomorrow as temperatures climb. It's currently 35 degrees. Winds are out of the south from 10 miles per hour, and our wind chill value making it feel like it is 27. Now it's currently 33 in Greensburg, 30 degrees in Marion, 34 in Kokomo, 33 in Crawfordsville, and already 36 degrees in Bloomington. And with those winds out of the southwest today, it will allow temperatures to climb into the upper 40s. 10 degrees above average for this time of year. Tomorrow will be very similar, but we do bring in a chance of rain, and I'll have those details coming up in your SkyTrack 13 forecast in just a few minutes.
Kelly, thank you. And new on Sunrise and only on 13 this morning, an IMPD officer was taken to the hospital after a head-on crash with a driver who admitted he had been drinking. It happened just before 3 this morning near the intersection of 30th and White River Parkway on the city's near northwest side. Investigators tell us that the officer was traveling east on 30th Street when the driver of a Chevy Malibu turned from White River Parkway into oncoming traffic and hit the squad car. Officers say the driver admitted to investigators that he had been drinking. He was taken to Eskenazi with a cut to the head. The officer was taken to Methodist with minor injuries. An Indiana town is trying to create a safe zone for Craigslist users. Whitestown wants to prevent online deals from ending in crime by offering its own lobby for transactions. They're inviting people to meet buyers or sellers in their town hall lobby Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Even if it's after hours and the lobby is closed, no problem. Whitestown police say you can still come to their parking lot, do your business transactions there, where they have cameras rolling 24/7.
Doesn't take any man hours from us. The cameras are already running anyway.
Police agencies across Indiana are also opening their doors to help keep Craigslist users safe. That includes the Spencer Police Department in Owen County and the LaPorte County Sheriff's Department. Columbus North basketball standout Josh Spidell is still in critical condition this morning following a car crash last weekend. But support for Josh and his family continues to grow. Today, the girls' basketball team at Columbus North plans to donate proceeds from their game to the Josh Strong Fund. It was started to help with his medical bills, now reaching nearly $40,000. $500 of that, though, came from a summer league teammate from Carmel.
This last year, he was my AAU teammate, and he was my roommate a couple times. So, I mean, obviously I know him really well, and he's a great kid.
The Indiana Pacers are also showing their support with a video message that aired during last night's game. Paul George and several other players took turns wishing Josh a fast recovery, and we sure do too. Well, it's part of the NFL Combine, but this morning a special moment for children battling cancer. They'll get to have their moment to shine on the football field. Sunrise reporter Matt McCutcheon joins us live this morning from St. Vincent Sports Performance with a very heartwarming and exciting story too. Matt, good morning.
That's right, Naomi. Good morning. In fact, more than a dozen people who will be in the combine who are hoping to make it into the NFL are practicing here behind me. This includes people from Fishers High School who have graduated, many who have gone on to IU, to Purdue, and to Marian colleges as well here, all getting ready for the combine. But today for an hour, it's not about the combine. It's not about the competition or the physicality, but the actual humanity, as they will be helping children from the Peyton Manning Children's Hospital. Joining us more here is one of the coaches who will be helping them along, and he'll also be helping along with the students, the children who will be taking part here today. A very special moment. What all will they get to do when they come out here today?
Well, we're going to run some combine type drills. We're going to set up the long jump, the broad jump, the vertical jump. We're going to do some agility drills. We're going to give these kids an opportunity to participate in some of the drills that these guys do, because we really believe that giving these guys an opportunity to actually coach the drills that they've been doing will somehow help them to see there's more to life than just playing football, but to give back into the community. So we're excited about it.
It's a special moment as well for these children who are battling and fighting cancer at various stages and levels, at various ages, to just get out and be normal and have fun.
Absolutely. I think that when we started this deal last year, the response that we got was unbelievable. We really believe that these guys working with those young kids and giving them some hope, giving them some dreams, and allowing them to experience some of the things that they experience. It really is a great deal.
And the combine as well, it's not just all about sort of the intense competition and the skill. There's also sort of that mentoring component and getting help along the way if they ultimately make it into the NFL.
Absolutely. I think if you've noticed, over the last few days in the NFL, a lot of arrests, a lot of bad role models, if you will, going on. And what we want to try to do at St. Vincent Sports Performance, as well as football performance, we want to try to mentor these young men and help them know to become mentors, not to let them know that everything that they do is being watched. Everything that they, not just their touchdowns or their sacks or their tackles is being watched, but their actions in life. And so for them to give back to the community in this way is really important.
Jimmy, thank you so much for joining us here this morning. This all gets underway here, by the way, at 11 o'clock. So for about an hour, more than 15 children from the Peyton Manning Children's Hospital will be coming over here and, again, partaking in those mock drills. Really a chance for them to get out here and just forget about cancer and their struggles that they have going on in their life, and allowing their families to come and actually see them smile and do something that they really want to do here. So a very heartwarming event getting underway here at 11 o'clock this morning. We'll have much more on that here throughout Sunrise this morning. For now, reporting live, Matt McCutcheon, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
Matt, thanks so much. We'll check back in with you here in just a little bit. And they call them mock drills, but those kids were working. They were putting them to work out there. It looks like a really fun day for them. Of course, that event is inside, but if you run, if you jog, if you bike, today's the day to do it.
Right, a mini marathon training going on right now, and what a great start for that. Temperatures in the low to mid 30s already across central Indiana from our WeatherBug network. Lisden at 34 degrees, 34 in Crawfordsville, 31 in Strawn, and 32 degrees in Newcastle. I'll let you know how warm it gets today and tomorrow before changes arrive coming up in your SkyTrack 13 forecast.
Plus, keeping the memory alive, how Butler University is honoring the life of Peter Abdulrahman Kassid. Plus, new flu numbers in the state of Indiana are out this morning, and they don't look good. Still ahead, how the outbreak is showing no signs of slowing. Welcome back. Time now is 9:10, and TurboTax has temporarily stopped processing state tax refund filings nationwide because of concerns over fraud, and this includes Indiana. The company, which owns TurboTax, says criminals may be using stolen personal information to file fake returns to collect refunds. The Indiana Department of Revenue says it's working with TurboTax to protect Hoosiers. The suspension does not affect the filing of federal income tax returns. And if you're looking for help with your taxes, there are a number of ways to find it. The IRS website at irs.gov offers a search page to help you find someone who meets the agency's qualifications to prepare federal returns. Just click on choosing your tax professional. There's also national tax prep chains that can help you, including H&R Block, Jackson Hewitt, and Liberty Tax Service. And you just might be eligible for free tax help if your household income was low to moderate and you're 60 years or older. The AARP Foundation Tax Aid Service can hook you up with a trained volunteer. The parents of the Indianapolis man killed by ISIS are giving their thanks to Butler University for establishing a scholarship in their son's name. This week, Butler announced the new scholarship that honors Abdul Rahman, or Peter Kassig's, legacy of humanitarian service. The former Butler student was working to help refugees in Syria when he was captured by ISIS. The terrorist group executed him in November. We have information about how to donate to the Kassig Scholarship on WTHR.com. Just click on Hot Topics. Still ahead, we're going to show you one big baby, a record breaker, in fact, at 14 pounds. Wow. But believe it or not, there is so much more to this story. Why this baby boy brought quite the surprise. Welcome back. Time now is 9:15, and Indiana's deadliest flu outbreak in a decade is showing no signs of slowing down. New numbers out from the state health department show 7 new flu deaths in the past week. That raises the total number of deaths this season to 115 compared to 70 total last season. Most of the victims this year are Hoosiers over the age of 65. And again, with those flu numbers, we want to tell you again that those are very important numbers to pay attention to, especially as the weather changes around here. So we'll get you more on that still ahead. Well, a Florida mother who didn't know that she was pregnant until her 3rd trimester was in for a surprise when she gave birth to a 14-pound baby. Mother Maxandra Ford found out the pregnancy when she was already 35 weeks along after she noticed that she had been rapidly gaining weight. The baby boy, named Avery, tipped the scales at 14.1 pounds. He is the heaviest baby to be born at St. Joseph's Women's Hospital in Tampa and one of the biggest ever born in the state. Ford and her husband also have a 1-year-old and a 5-year-old daughter at home. Now the folks around here saying, that's not a baby, that's a toddler.
That's a big baby.
Big baby.
So cute. All
Yeah.
pudgy
14
cheeks.
pounds and a surprise. Gosh, can't imagine. Well, today will be quite lovely, at least compared to what we've seen the last few weeks. It won't feel like winter.
Well, it's going to feel like spring, and so if you're needing a break from winter, guess what? It's this weekend. So that's the good news. It's going to land on the weekend, and we do have some changes that will move in next week. But really, it's going to be a very lovely day. As Naomi mentioned, we had some clouds that moved in earlier today, but the clouds are thinning out from our Noblesville weather bug cam. Check out that blue sky. Yes, still a lot of snowpack on the ground, but we're going to see a lot of that thinning out and melting. Connorsville, look at all that sunshine with the shadows of the trees there. And we also have some light breezes out of the southwest, and that is also going to bring some changes as we head into the next 36 hours. As you can see here, we've seen the clouds thinning out quite a bit, and that is going to be the case throughout the next several hours. It's currently 34 degrees in Cicero, 32 in Greenfield, Anderson sitting at 33 degrees, 32 in Shelbyville, and 33 in Jamestown. It's 34 in Kokomo, down in Seymour, 36 degrees. So really a very mild start, and we'll see temperatures climbing more than 10 degrees above average this afternoon. Sunny downtown Indianapolis, currently 35 degrees with winds out of the south at 10 miles per hour. And we're kind of sandwiched in between two weather systems. We have an area of low pressure to our northwest. That will be our next weather maker tomorrow, but we have that counterclockwise flow, so that's helping usher in some of that southerly breeze. We also have high pressure to our southeast, so that is helping usher in some southerly breezes. So really a nice quiet pattern today. It will be dry with a mix of sun and clouds throughout the afternoon, and as we head into the afternoon, we'll see temperatures climbing into the upper 40s later this afternoon. Mostly sunny skies, and then winds will be out of the south-southwest from 10 to 15 miles per hour with a high of 48 degrees. Normal high 38 degrees for today. And then later on tonight, we will see the clouds thickening back up again as that area of low pressure from the northwest begins to slide in. You can see those clouds thickening up from the northwest to the southeast. So by morning, we'll likely see overcast skies. It will be breezy overnight with gusts around 25 miles per hour, and those winds staying out of the southwest will keep temperatures right around 40 degrees for the low tomorrow. So just unseasonably mild. And then as we head into tomorrow morning, it will be dry. It looks like things will hold off until later on in the afternoon. As we head into Sunday afternoon, though, anytime after 12 noon, a few light showers here and there, maybe a 1/10 of an inch at best, and not everyone will see rain. So today we'll see highs in the upper 40s, similar for tomorrow, but we keep that chance of rain in the forecast. May see a wintry mix Sunday night into Monday, with rain changing over to a few light snow showers early morning on Monday. A couple of dry days there before we're tracking more rain on Wednesday. Naomi?
All right, thank you so much, Kelly. Every Saturday we showcase the best of Indy with a little help from Brittany Smith from Yelp. Here's a look at URelish in downtown Indianapolis.
This week we're featuring URelish Farm, located in the historic City Market in downtown Indianapolis. Yelpers love this business because you can turn to Kara for her one-meal crock-pot dishes using local ingredients on a budget. Let's go check it out. When you hear the word crock-pot, you most often think of dinner, but with URelish, they mix it up with other options like rice pudding, grits, cranberries, and lots of nuts, so you can take home something a little healthy and make it right at home so you can start the day off on a good foot. URelish also is great about doing holiday options, so coming up with Mardi Gras, they have a red beans and rice dish. They're also known for their St. Patrick's varieties that use potatoes. And lastly, URelish has been featured on TV on Parks and Recreation. So maybe you want to try their Pawnee chickpea variety that's made Indiana popular from a national standpoint. But the last thing that Yelpers love the most about URelish is the great ingredients that go into it. It's perfect for dietary restrictions and using local ingredients that have a lot of thought and are great for health. So let's check it out with Kara. When you read the reviews for URelish, the first thing you'll come across is Kara Daforin's name time and time again. Yelpers love the business owner and how Kara is always willing to share the story of URelish and how to use the product at home. So we're joined here by the legend Kara Daforan to show with us what goes into URelish and what makes it such a fun product that you can use at home.
Thanks for having us, Brittany.
Thank you, Kara.
I'm Kara Daforan with URelish Farm. Today we're working with savory from our tiny urban farm. We have under 2 acres, but are still able to produce material for the product throughout the January and February months. After washing the savory, which goes in the sweet corn white bean, we're going to take it over to the dehydrator and get it into the crock pot. So after a thorough washing and a wilting within the overnight, so that we don't have to use so much electricity, we use a dehydrator to finish the process at about 95 degrees. This is parsley, which is grown on our tiny urban farm. And we will pull this apart by de-stemming the product using just a simple tool, a fork, to de-stem the product. And we're going to put it right into the crock pot. This is a sweet corn white bean. It was named for the soldiers, the northern bean, after winning the Civil War. And we're going to just pull the leaves off the stem, a de-stemming process, to get the product into the mix. We would normally put this in a bag, but today we're going to put it directly, and you can see the color really emanating from the crock pot.
How many hours do they typically take, Kara?
The crock pot meals take 6 hours to 8 hours depending on the type of the bean, but the dehydration process takes over 48. The growing process takes over 9 months.
Yeah.
So when you think about all the love that goes into this product, it's pretty significant. We also wanted to demonstrate savory today. Savory is the herb we started with washing, and we also have that dehydrated. Now, savory is a permaculture plant, and permaculture means that it grows all year round. And so literally this product was picked 2 days ago before the snowstorm, and we're able to get it into the products immediately. This one is featuring the savory sweet corn, which also comes from our farm. So we're going to de-stem this by using the same technique. We're going to use a simple fork to pull off the savory leaves from the stem. It's just a simple de-stemming process. And then after we've de-stemmed, we're actually going to muddle the savory to break it down a little bit. This releases the essence, and savory is a great salt substitute. It allows us to have a lot of flavor without the high blood pressure or high tension from salt. So we simply have a savory. There's 2 teaspoons in that product for the savory sweet corn. This is going to cook 6 hours today versus the breakfast line, which cooks just for an hour. Real
Very
simple.
handy. That's
Yeah.
right. Thank you, Kara.
You're welcome.
In addition to City Market, URelish can be found at Green Bean Delivery, Wildwood Market, Rail, and several other businesses throughout the city. For more great local products, visit yelp.com or the Yelp app.
A lot of love into each bite there. Well, still ahead, some of you will have to type 10 numbers when you make a phone call starting today. We'll tell you who this impacts. That's coming up. Plus, if you hit the Powerball tonight, you could be in for a serious payday. We'll show you how much is at stake. It's a lot. Welcome back. Starting today, if you live in the 812 area code, you will need to dial 10 digits, even for local calls. That's because service providers will be using 930 as the area code for new numbers starting on March 7th. Right now, the 812 area code covers the southern third of Indiana, including Bloomington, Terre Haute, and Evansville. The Powerball jackpot continues to grow, and you do still have time to get a ticket before tonight's big drawing. Matching all 6 numbers tonight will win you $380 million. That's a $256 million cash value. Not bad. The drawing is tonight at 11 o'clock. New information this morning in the Anthem security breach, where hackers may have gotten access to the system, and how you can safeguard your personal info. Growing support for an Indianapolis Girl Scout caught in the line of fire. How strangers are helping the 9-year-old girl in her recovery. And new developments in the Southside explosion case. What we're learning about when and where 2 of the suspects will have trials.
It clouded up earlier this morning, but we're going to see a nice clearing today. Sunny skies, but better yet, warm temperatures. I'll have the details.
From Indiana's news leader, Eyewitness News at Sunrise continues.
Good morning to you once again. Time now is 9:30 on Sunrise. I'm Naomi Peskovitz here with Kelly Green, and it's hard to believe we are in early February and we're going to see temps close to 50.
That's right. We need a break from the bitter cold temperatures.
We do.
So let's have it land on the weekend, right?
Perfect timing.
It is going to be very nice with temperatures climbing more than 10 degrees above average in many locations. We did have some cloud coverage earlier this morning, but notice we're already starting to see a break in the clouds in our north central viewing area. So that is going to be the story throughout the day today. And it really did make a difference for our temperatures this morning. Looking at our 24-hour temperatures here, the trends from 9 o'clock last night over the past 12 hours, we've seen them fluctuate a bit, and that's because we had the clouds, then they cleared out. That allowed the temperatures to fall a couple more degrees this morning, and now we're boosted back up again because of the southerly breezes. Here's a look from our Crawfordsville cam. Most mostly clear skies, a lot of blue sky out there. It's currently 34 in Westfield, 36 in Pike, 36 degrees in Greenwood, and 34 in Greenfield. We'll see temperatures climbing quickly. It is already 35 at the Indianapolis airport, and winds are out of the south. It's currently 32 in Marion and 38 already in Seymour. Southerly breezes will allow temperatures to climb into the upper 40s this afternoon, and average high is 38 degrees for today. Some locations will hit that 50-degree mark, so it is going to be a nice spring-like day, and tomorrow as well. But we are tracking rain tomorrow. I'll have those details coming up in just a few minutes.
Kelly, thank you. And now to a feel-good story. Growing worldwide support for a 9-year-old Indianapolis Girl Scout who is recovering this morning from a gunshot wound. The child was caught in the line of fire earlier this week, and police are still searching for the gunman. But now the victim's friends, fellow scouts, and complete strangers are all pitching in to help. Sunrise reporter David McAnally has a look at their fundraising and a special welcome home.
Police continue to ask for the public's help, anything they could have, providing information on that blue SUV from which those shots were allegedly fired. But the family of the victim here, they're getting help that they never even had to ask for.
In her Aunt Sheree's arms, Sanai Miller, home from the hospital, heads to a party.
Get better.
Her fellow Girl Scouts, friends, and neighbors shared cards.
I hope you feel better, and when you come back, be more happy and wonderful. Remember, you got this. I believe in you. Don't give up.
Hi, baby.
Caring for that leg, pierced by a bullet Tuesday night. Sanai was walking to her Girl Scout meeting to pick up cookies to sell when somebody fired shots from a blue SUV.
Does it still hurt?
A little bit.
Doctors removed the bullet. She had to go back to the hospital for fever on Thursday, and she'll see a surgeon Monday.
She's handling it very well. Just kind of still afraid going back to school and things like that. But we're going to seek her counseling so that she won't be scarred from the situation.
While she heals, a school Sanai doesn't even attend is helping.
When I heard about it, it just broke my heart. Bye, sweetie. Have a good weekend.
So nearby West Lane Middle School principal asked her school to pitch in.
We collected $667.25.
From middle school?
From middle schoolers, teachers and students, but pouring their hearts out.
Nobody should be randomly shot in the legs, so I don't know, every little bit helps.
One student donated $90, his Christmas cash.
He decided, what am I going to do, buy another game? No, this little girl can have my money.
Yeah, you should got that for you. Thank you.
Girl Scout pals are raising money too, and Girl Scouts of Central Indiana is letting the public buy cookies online with credit for the sales going to Sanai.
She's actually excited about it.
I was relieved because she's better and she's out of the hospital.
Back with her troop, 7533.
They're nice.
You may call Crime Stoppers at 262-TIPS if you have any information on the shooter or that blue Ford SUV that was allegedly used there. I asked Sanai what her favorite Girl Scout cookie flavor was, and she says it's the Samoas. David McAnally, Channel 13 Eyewitness News, Sunrise.
David, thank you. A serious crash on State Road 47 killed an Anderson woman and injured her husband last night. Chopper 13 HD flew over the scene near the Boone and Hamilton County line. Investigators say the couple was traveling home from Chicago when their van drifted off the road. 74-year-old Janet Ellie died when they slammed into a concrete bridge railing. Her 78-year-old husband Larry, who was driving, was able to crawl from the wreckage. He went to the hospital with a leg injury. Police are still trying to determine the cause. A possible break now in the case of a father and daughter murdered in Hartford City. Police have an unnamed person of interest in custody at the Jay County Jail. The shootings happened Thursday at the Hartford Square Apartments. Someone killed 40-year-old Shane Williamson and his 14-year-old daughter Caitlin Williamson, who was a high school freshman. We now know when trials will be held for two of the suspects in the deadly South Side explosion that killed 2 people and destroyed dozens of homes. Yesterday, attorneys for accused ringleader Mark Leonard made a surprise move by withdrawing their request to postpone his trial. He will be the first to go on trial in June in St. Joseph County. A judge also moved the trial for his brother and alleged accomplice Bob Leonard to Fort Wayne. All 4 suspects in the case are charged with about 50 counts, including murder, arson, and conspiracy. Well, it was a quick 3-hour trip to Indianapolis. President Barack Obama talked about his plan to improve what he calls middle-class economics. The president landed at the Indianapolis International Airport yesterday afternoon, greeted by local leaders, including Governor Mike Pence. He then visited Ivy Tech Community College, which he called one of the best community colleges in the country. The visit was part of the president's plan to provide 2 years of free community college to qualified students. And I was out there at the airport yesterday as we welcomed the president, and boy, was it cold. I had earmuffs on, we had hand warmers. A new story today.
Yes, totally different. We are talking more spring-like temperatures, mild air finally pushing in, and it's already 35 degrees in Indianapolis, 36 in Bloomington. Check out Seymour. It's already 38 degrees. I'll let you know how warm it will get this weekend and when those changes return coming up in your SkyTrack 13 forecast.
And new information this morning on the Anthem security breach, where hackers may have gained access to the system. Plus, we'll talk with State Attorney General Greg Zeller about protecting your identity. Welcome back. Time now is 9:39, and there is new information this morning about a data breach involving millions of health insurance records from Anthem. Investigators believe hackers got the credentials of 5 different employees to penetrate the system, and hackers may have first gained access back in December. In the wake of the cybersecurity attack, scammers are now trying to reach customers. Anthem is now warning customers about email scams. The emails, like this one you see here, are designed to appear as though they're from Anthem, with messages that say, click here for credit monitoring, but don't do it. The emails are not from Anthem. So State Attorney General Greg Zeller, we're so happy that he's joining us here this morning to talk us through what this means for 80 million customers and Hoosiers. What should they do to protect themselves?
Well, really, the first step they ought to do is go to indianaconsumer.com and register for a credit freeze. So it's an easy 10-minute process, but that way no one can access your credit reports and open up a new line of credit. That's one of the first things they try to do once they've got your personal information. So protecting your credit records, that's the first thing they ought to do.
And obviously this was significant enough for you to want to step out and talk about it. What does it really mean for all these folks who are insured by Anthem?
It was a massive data breach, and it really impacts people in Indiana particularly. So I think we need to get out in front of this, protecting your credit records. Anthem is going to do the right thing and provide reports from your credit records so you can monitor it. That's all going to be done free. But you're right, this idea that the phishers, so they go out and they try to lure you in People should really be sensitive about that. Anything that comes to you, don't respond to a phone call or an email or any of these things that come to you. Always log out or hang up and call directly in to somebody that you want to talk to. Log out and go online to Anthem, but make sure you're the one that initiates the contact.
It's starting to feel like every week we're hearing about a new breach, a new security threat, and now the latest TurboTax saying that their system may have been breached and some of their customers may be at risk. What should those customers know?
Well, this is really a fraud against the government. They file a tax return on your behalf. They get the money and make off with it. You'll eventually get your tax return. Indiana's had this problem in years past. We recommend that people file their taxes earlier so that they have fewer months that the scammers can try to get your own taxes paid to them. So just the sooner the better.
And since we are hearing about so many of these, is there anything that we should be doing on a daily basis as customers to protect ourselves?
Well, recognizing the difference between credit card use and a debit card use, for instance. An insured purchase, so if you're going to buy something that you may want to return or it might be defective, an insured purchase would come through your credit card. Daily purchases for food, gasoline, things like that, you can use your debit card. But I think recognizing the difference about credit, it's a very valuable asset, and people ought to protect their credit records, but also recognize the different times you use a credit card versus a debit card.
Thank you so much again for joining us. We really appreciate it. I know a lot of folks out there still have questions, and of course we always have a lot more information on our website. Attorney General Greg Zeller, thank you so much for coming to visit. Thank you. We want to switch now to the weather, where we are expecting a much better day than we've seen in quite some time. Some warmer temperatures that could potentially 50 or at least the high 40s. Kelly Green is tracking that all for us. Kelly?
Thanks, Naomi. Well, earlier this morning we did have some clouds that thickened up, and that allowed temperatures to kind of hold steady. But now we're starting to see the clouds breaking up quite a bit, and we are going to enjoy a lot of sunshine today, and even better yet, some warmer temperatures. It's going to feel more spring-like today, and the snow that's here in Greensburg, it's going to melt away as we see sunshine and warm breezes out of the southwest, really ushering in warmer air. Here's our look from our Noblesville weather bug cam. Check out Noblesville. Beautiful blue sky. Again, a lot of snow on the ground, but we'll see a lot of that thinning out over the next 24 to 36 hours. Currently 36 degrees in Anderson, 35 in Shelbyville, 33 in Jamestown, and it's 33 in Lafayette. Even warmer yet to our south in Seymour, 39 degrees, 36 degrees in Bedford, and 34 in Terre Haute. Beautiful sunshine from our HD Sky Cam. Temperature at 35 degrees at the Indianapolis Airport. Winds are out of the south at 10 miles per hour. A little bit breezy. Wind chill value making it feel like it's 27. Now we're kind of sandwiched in between a couple of weather systems. We do have an area of low pressure to our northwest. That will actually be our next weather maker, bringing us a chance of rain tomorrow, and I'll get to that in just a moment. But we have counterclockwise flow with areas of low pressure, so that's going to help allow southerly breezes on the front side of that system, and then on the back side of this high pressure will allow southerly breezes as well. So we're kind of sandwiched between those two systems, so that is going to help bring in some warmer air today. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day, but really just a mild afternoon, feeling more spring-like this afternoon. In fact, temperatures will be climbing more than 10 degrees above average with highs in the upper 40s. Winds will be a bit breezy out of the southwest from 10 to 15 miles per hour with a high of 48 degrees. Some areas will top out into the low 50s this afternoon. As we head into the evening, as you can see here in Future Track, it does bring some clouds in mainly after midnight. So overcast skies tomorrow morning as you're heading out, but it will be dry. It looks like the best chance of rain will hold off until later on tomorrow. So it will be a breezy night. We do expect to see some gusts around 20 to 25 miles per hour, so keep that in mind as well. But notice temperatures only falling to 40 degrees tomorrow morning. A very mild start, and it will be another mild day. We are tracking a chance of rain, though, and as we head into the afternoon, we'll start to see a few spotty showers picking up. Not expecting a lot of rain out of this, 1/10 of an inch at best, and it looks like the better chance of rain will hold off until later in the afternoon. And temperatures during the afternoon will climb into the upper 40s with those winds out of the southwest, 10 to 20 miles per hour, close to 50 degrees tomorrow afternoon. And then we could see a wintry mix moving in Sunday night into Monday morning, possibly rain changing over to snow. You'll want to check back with Sean Ash tomorrow night. And then, of course, Nicole and Chuck on Monday morning, as we may have some messy commutes there. But we'll see a couple of dry days Monday and Tuesday, and then we're tracking another chance of rain on Wednesday. Naomi?
Kelly, thank you. The famous Westminster Dog Show is just about a week away. But before the Best in Show is crowned, you can see some top dogs right here in Indy. Kevin Allen joins us now live from the State Fairgrounds to tell us all about today's Winter Dog Show. Kevin, good morning.
Good morning, Naomi.
It's good to see you once again. A look behind you there. There may be some competition going on. Tell us what all goes into breeding a competitive dog like these.
Well, every breed has its own standard. These are Border Terriers, what you're seeing right now. Every breed has its own standard, its height, the shape of the body and everything. The coat has to be certain texture. So there's quite a bit into each breed.
And Kevin, can you explain what the judges are looking for as those dogs pass by them in the front row?
Okay, what they do, each dog gaits. Each dog has to have a certain gait. So when they're walking them, that's what they look at. Their top lines, everything there is, like I say, each dog has a criteria what it has to meet.
And how long do the dogs prepare for a show like this? I mean, is it a lifetime of preparation?
Well, the puppies can start at 6 months old, as early as you can show them, but they start working when they're 3 months old. So most dogs will work for 3 months before they even do this.
Wow, they're very cute. That one looks like a winner right there, if you ask me, but of course I'm not judging. Kevin, we thank you so much for joining us again this morning, and we'll check back with you later on.
Well, thank you very much, Naomi.
We'll see you soon.
Now, Eyewitness Sports.
Hey, good morning, everybody. What a way to start the weekend. The Pacers, a fantastic finish against the Cavs last night, and the King, LeBron James, in town. The Cavs have their 13th consecutive win, but watch the Pacers taking care of business. Solomon Hill with a flush. Pacers down 3, fourth quarter. Fans going nuts. It was sold out again. C.J. Miles going against his old team. Monster night, 26 points. Pacers in the lead, and George Hill finishing touch. Watch this, the one-handed three-pointer and the foul. Pacers win 103-99.
You know, them being the hottest team in the league and be able to get a big win on our home floor. And in the middle of this process of, like you said, getting everybody right is big, because winning builds confidence, but being the hottest team in the league definitely is an notch in the belt. Not to mention that I played there last year.
I feel like that's the way that the Pacers normally play, you know, when it gets down to the gritty, that we're able to overcome them games by our physicality and smash mouth type of defense that we always normally play. But we're getting back to that. Like I said, it's going to take time. We're getting all the guys back together finally.
And it's time for Operation Basketball. The Wapahani cheerleaders are in studio. First time ever. It's time to play the game. Here's Rich and I with two big games.
Lawrence Central is Josh Strong, showing support and raising money for Josh Spidell, the Columbus North player in critical condition after a car accident. Chris Wilkes is strong for North Central, 26 points for the long sophomore. Kyle Guy hits the long shot for the Bears on the way to 25 points. But North Central coach Doug Mitchell styles the Red Jacket to an 84-72 Panthers win. Another Metropolitan Interscholastic Conference matchup at Lawrence North, where they love Bacon. Pat Bacon scores 16 points and cuts the Carmel lead to just 1 to open the fourth quarter.
Josh Spidell has support here too. Carmel's top player Ryan Klein has already visited Spidell at the hospital, and the Greyhounds raised about $500 for the Josh Strong Fund.
Ryan Klein scored 25 points for Carmel, most from long distance. And with the game tied and time running out, Klein pulls up and buries another three-pointer. Bacon gets a final look for the Wildcats, but misses the frying pan. Carmel stays in the MIC title chase with a 52-49 win. I'm Rich Nye, Operation Basketball.
And on this Saturday morning, time for Cheerleaders of the Week from Wapahani High School. Ladies, take it away.
Show us that you're proud. Hey, Raiders!
first time their school's ever been on the big show. Glad to have you guys here all the way from Muncie making a road trip. I'm Dave Calarbo. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you later.
All right, Dave, thank you. And there's more Operation Basketball action happening today at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. A meaningful game considering what one of the teams has gone through this week. Columbus North will take on East Central in the Hoosier Invitational, and we expect tributes to injured Columbus North player Josh Spidell. That game is at 5:45. Meantime, Indian Creek against Edinburgh tips off at 4 o'clock, and Mooresville and New Palestine battle in the nightcap at 7:30. Well, we sure have a beautiful day on tap. A live look at downtown Indianapolis. Only a couple of clouds out there, and those could be moving out of the way. We are expecting temperatures in the 40s. Kelly tells us how long this mild weather will last, coming up in her final forecast.
And looking at these children, you would have no idea that many of them are sick, very sick, battling cancer. But today isn't about any of that whatsoever. It's all about being normal and having fun for the day, while also being mentored by some NFL hopefuls. I'm Matt McCutcheon with a heartwarming story coming up next here on Sunrise Saturday.
Welcome back. This morning, a special moment for children battling cancer. They'll get to have their moment to shine on the football field. Sunrise reporter Matt McCutcheon joins us live this morning with a heartwarming story. Matt, good morning.
Naomi, good morning. We're actually joined this morning by Matt Dooley, long snapper at IU in Bloomington, here today, who will take part in this. Also taking part in the Combine. Good morning to you. What has the Combine process been like for you so far?
Well, just the training and preparation, working here at St. V's with this awesome staff, just working as hard as possible to develop my craft as a long snapper, as well as get stronger and lower my times for tests and stuff. I didn't get invited to the Combine in Indianapolis, but I did get invited to a specialist Combine out in Arizona, which I'll be participating in.
And a lot of great events to give back as well. And to that end, that'll be taken here today with many children from Riley Children's Hospital. I'm sorry, it's Peyton Manning Children's Hospital.
Yeah, honestly, I just woke up this morning so excited, just for the opportunity to give back. You know, these kids look up to you and idolize you because you played college football and you've got a shot at playing in the pros. And I know what it's like to be on both sides, you know, being that kid, looking up to the college and professional player, and knowing the kind of influence they had on me. being able to implement that in my life, to be able to give back and have an influence on their lives, especially with the battles they're dealing with cancer and all that. It's to see how strong these kids are is really inspiring.
You've done a lot of this before down in Bloomington and during your time in Arizona. What are some of the moments that kind of stand out when you see these little guys coming in here just so excited and ready to go?
Yeah, you know, it's funny because you know, it just fills your heart with joy. You know, you've been given this platform to play the sport that you love and the talent to be able to do it, and so to be able to use that to just make one kid's day better. You know, he won't forget that. You know, just because like you gave him a high five and said, "Hey, how's it going?" or like signed his shirt or something like that. You know, honestly, like as an athlete, like you get more out of it than they do. You know, even though it makes their day, like it's just it's a reality check. You realize how privileged you are and the kind of opportunity you have to give back and make an impact.
Julie, thank you so much for joining us. A special event here getting underway here in just about an hour, again, for those families, for those students, those children who are battling cancer here, and they will be taking part in that combine starting at 11. Reporting live, Matt McCutcheon, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
All right, Matt, thank you so much. Well, we might already be into the month of February, but we are inching closer to the Chinese New Year. It doesn't happen until the 19th, but today you can get the celebration started at the Indianapolis Children's Museum. From 10 to 5 today, the Indianapolis Chinese Community Center will delight crowds with traditional Chinese performances, including the Dragon Dance and the Lion Dance. Visitors can also practice calligraphy, join in Chinese Zodiac and Year of the Goat shadow puppet performances, and make lucky monkey envelopes. Sounds cool. All right, Kelly's back again for a final look at our forecast.
Yes, it is very mild already, seeing temperatures in the low to mid 30s across central Indiana.